Dave, you guys have scored 50 runs in this postseason with 2 out. How are you being so effective when you're in those types of situations?
Yeah, I didn't realize that. I think it's just a credit to these guys, just really every single at bat, just fighting. And tonight's 2-out hit, Muncy was really big. Obviously, JT's homer. So many, just the fight, just the at bat quality, Alanna. Whether it's 2 outs, not 2 outs, regardless of the game score, they're just really competing every at bat, which is really good to see.
Walker gives you 6 strong innings, double digits in strikeouts. Austin Barnes said his fastball and his stuff in general, the best he's seen. What did you see?
I saw the same thing. I just thought that the fastball command to the arm side early, the breaking ball, the shape to it, to kind of get those guys off the fastball. I thought the curveball was really good early. And then he elevated when he needed to. So, yeah, they were in sync tonight. Austin did a heck of a job back there with Walker. It was fun to watch.
Is Trinan, Gratterall, and Jansen a matter of just getting them work or matchups?
Yeah, that was more I just felt that, that time of the game, that part of the order, I wanted to get Blake in there to shorten the game. And then with Brewstar, he hasn't pitched in, I think, 4 or 5 days. So I wanted to get him in there. And we got work in, and he looked really sharp. And then with Kenley, it was more of he hadn't pitched, I think, in 5 days. So I wanted to make sure he got in the game.
Next question is from Dylan Hernandez. Go
ahead. Dave, we don't see too many safety squeezes these days. Could you just kind of tell us how you got to that, made that call?
No, it was just I just felt that once I saw Jock, lumber or roll around first base on the turn, and you get a situational at bat. And Morton is really tough on right-hand hitters, and you've got a good runner a plus runner at third base and Cody. I trust Austin handling the bat. So I just felt that, nothing against Choi at first base. I just don't think he's fleet of foot. So I felt if we can get something down on the right side of the infield, we got a good chance of, getting an insurance run, and Austin did a great job of executing.
Next question is from Tim Brown. Go ahead.
Dave, obviously Walker's a really supremely confident young man. When he's coming off the field after yet another 0 in an inning, or maybe coming off after the 6th tonight or something, what do you see in him?
I think with Walker, we have a good kind of understanding of each other and where he's at. There's times I know that he's emptied the tank, and there's other times that he really wants to go out there. I think tonight I just felt that, with that last inning, I just felt that he gave us all that he needed to give. And we should, with 9 outs to go, with some guys that I felt I really wanted to get in there and pitch, we should close it out. So that's kind of, Walker always wants to go back out there, but I felt really good about that being his night.
Next question is from Alden Gonzalez. Go ahead.
Hey, Dave, I know you spoke a couple of days ago a lot about just how much better this offense has become at manufacturing runs, but you guys are actually a lot better at not relying on the home run this postseason than even just during the regular season. And I'm wondering how much of that you think has been maybe an adjustment from spending these last few weeks playing in a really spacious ballpark.
I think that's probably the psyche initially, but when we got here with the roof open, it was carrying. I think it's just more of a fundamental kind of philosophy of trying to really grind, trying to win pitches and move the ball forward, beat the shift if we have to, and try to shorten our swings if we need to. And I think that, this is something, Alden, over years of experience in the postseason for us as a group, that when you run into ones and twos, these guys are going to make good pitches, quality pitches. So to be able to use the other side of the field to shorten your swing, give yourselves a better chance. And to the credit of the hitters and the coaches, hitting coaches, they've done that.
Next question is from Pedro Moura. Go ahead.
Hey, Dave, would you say the way Walker has pitched lately has validated the slow ramp up you guys had him on all summer and the care with which you handled the blister?
Yeah, I think that we felt good about it, the process from the outset. And so it's kind of played out as such, but regardless, we felt good about it, and it is certainly good to see Walker throwing the baseball his best, this time of year.
Next question is from Tyler Kepner. Go ahead.
Austin Barnes isn't always your everyday catcher in the regular season, but he's almost always behind the plate for your World Series games, all 3 series you've managed. What makes you so comfortable with him back there in these big games?
I just think that he's his ability to call a game, see the game from behind home plate, his ability to receive, and he gives you a tough at bat. So I just think that we have two very good catchers in Will and Austin. But Austin, yeah, just shows how much we trust him in big games, and he's done it for us time and time again. And he had a fantastic night.
Next question from Jayson Stark. Go ahead.
Dave, Walker Buehler keeps making Dodger history, postseason history, World Series history. How much appreciation do you have for just how rare and special this is for a guy his age at his stage of his career?
I'm kind of mired in it right now, Jason. I can I'm living through it. I appreciate how talented and what he's doing. I haven't kind of put it all together and kind of grasp, wrap my head around all that he's accomplished in this short period of time. But, being a big game pitcher and really succeeding on this stage, there's only a few guys, currently and throughout history. He's in some really elite company, and I'm just happy he's wearing a Dodger uniform.
Next question is from Jorge Castillo. Go ahead.
Yeah, but obviously everybody wants to win a World Series for their team, for themselves. But do you get the sense that the younger guys might be trying to win this one for Justin and the other older guys who have been around?
You know what? I think, yeah, I think that's fair. You talk about Clayton, Kenley, who's been here for so long, Justin, who's been around for so long. And those are guys that have, mentored the young guys and really made them feel welcome. So, first and foremost, we want to win it for each other, the Dodgers, our fans, our city. But I think if you peel back a layer, I certainly know that these guys understand that there's been some veterans that put in a lot of time to not have a championship yet. So definitely make it sweeter.
Next question is from Claudia Guestro. Go ahead.
Dave, JT had some great moments at the plate and on the field. How much of a lift is he giving the team in this postseason?
Who is that, Claudia?
JT, Justin Turner.
Yeah, JT. Offensively to hit a homer in that first inning just to kind of jumpstart us was huge. And then the double to extend the inning to bring Muncy up later in that inning was huge. And then the double play. Justin's made a lot of great defensive plays in the NLCS as well as the World Series. So that double play was a big play as well.
Next question is from Stephanie Apstein. Go ahead.
Dave, the conversation when you had to tell Austin he hadn't made the roster last year, I'm guessing was not your favorite conversation to have. Can you compare sort of how that felt with how it feels to watch him succeed now?
It's a lot better telling him that he's in the starting lineup than he's not going to make the postseason roster for that series. Austin is a guy that I really think the world of him. He's a tough competitor, and he makes pitchers better. He makes me and the pitching coaches look good. So I'm just really excited that, he did what he did tonight. And on top of it, the cherry on top was a homer, which is always nice.
Next question's from Jared Diamond. Go ahead.
Hey, Dave, you addressed this a little bit before, but at a time when it seems like every hitter is willing to put on sort of their A swing on every swing, how much do you appreciate this approach that really seems to value really shortening up and changing your approach with guys on base?
You saw it in, I don't recall what the score was, 6-1, something like that, where Corey Seager against McClanahan, just a 10, 11 pitch at bat, shortening the swing to get a base hit to left center field. Those are things that potentially might help down the road in the series. And we've done that time and time again. The Muncy at bat, Justin's at bat, spoiling pitches. And we've done it. And it's just a credit to these guys to just kind of make adjustments with swing and approach and just get in there and fight. And that's what we do a good job of.
I got time for one more. Go ahead, Dylan.
Dave, we spoke coming into this postseason about, you mentioned how your familiarity with these guys after having managed them for years, you thought would lead to better decisions on your part. How just reassuring, I guess, has it been that, pretty much everything you've done this postseason, has turned the right way?
I think that you know, like I said, Dylan, it's, you know, the more you're in something, the more you do something, you get experience, and I'm always trying to get better and learn. But I think the bottom line is that we have really good players, and I trust them, and they're executing, they're competing, they're playing every single pitch, from the defensive side to the offense side to on the bases. And it's a tight knit group. It's a very, and I talk a lot about not only having the best players, but the smartest players. And, you know, all the credit goes to those guys and the coaches for sure.
Thanks, Steve. Thanks, everybody.
Thanks, guys.